Hello students, welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad, powered by Adda 24/7. So students, today we'll discuss the daily current affairs. So before going into the current affairs session, so let us have a brief discussion about the 5-stage method. So learn current affairs 10 times effectively. This is our new innovative 5-stage method where you can learn current affairs effectively. So in this 5-stage method, the first stage is headlines with blanks. So every current affair will provide with an headline, with a blank, so that you will have an interest to know the answer. So to know the answer, we will have stage 2 detailed analysis, where we provide detailed analysis of the current affair along with static GK points. So the third stage is one word key points, where we revise the today's current affairs in one keyword, so that you can remember the keyword, so which will probably be the question in the examination. So every day at 7 p.m. in our Telegram channel, we provide MCQs. So after this current affairs session, go and answer the MCQs in our Telegram channel. Very useful for you to remember the current affairs. Finally, every Monday we have section-wise revision. So this section-wise revision will help you to remember current affairs 10 times effectively. Okay students, so please subscribe our YouTube channel, like our videos, share our videos. Join the Telegram channel, because at 7 p.m. every day we have MCQs, and download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We will provide the links in the description as well as comment section. So now going into headlines with blanks stage 1. So these are all the important headlines today with blanks. So the first headline is Ohmium International. So it's a US based company. They launched India's first green hydrogen electrolyzer giga factory at which city in India? So they launched India's first green hydrogen electrolyzer gigafactory at which city in India? So which city announced the world's tallest observation wheel in Dubai? So which city has announced the world's tallest observation wheel in Dubai? So which city has set up the specialized court to combat money laundering? So which city has set up specialized courts to combat money laundering? So RBI has approved the reappointment of whom as the ICICI Bank MD and CEO. So who is the new ICICI Bank MD and CEO? So next, which fintech company or financial transaction company has launched the lending app called 12% Club? So Ministry of IT and Electronics, they launched a program. What is the program? Ministry of Jal Shakti has launched a program. What is the program? And who chaired the BRICS NSA National Security Advisor virtual meeting? So India Kazakhstan joint training exercise is called what and held in which country? Either India or Kazakhstan. So we see all these headlines. Along with the International Dog Day is observed on which day? And former Indian footballer and Olympian who passed away recently, who is that personality? And finally, India's first agri sectorial index, which was launched by the NCDEX. It is called what? So we need to see all these headlines today. So let us go into detailed analysis, where we will see the clear explanation of each topic. So Ohmium International, a US based company, has launched India's first green hydrogen electrolyzer gigafactory at Bengaluru, Karnataka. So this factory will manufacture India made proton exchange membrane hydrogen electrolyzers. So green hydrogen means which is made from non-fossil sources, whereas blue hydrogen means which is made from fossil sources like coal and coke. So making green hydrogen will be an advantage for India, because we will reduce the imports. Currently we are depending on imports. If you have green hydrogen produced in India itself, we will reduce the imports. So this gigafactory will manufacture proton exchange membrane hydrogen electrolyzers with an initial capacity of 500 megawatt per year, and to scale it up to 2 gigawatt per year. So this proton exchange membranes. So these hydrogen electrolyzers are the main component in the production of green hydrogen. So where they'll use renewable sources to break hydrogen, water into hydrogen and oxygen. So this is about the proton exchange membrane hydrogen electrolyzers. Okay. So please remember about these points. So next, coming to international news, where United Arab Emirates, so they announced the world's tallest observation wheel in Dubai. So this is the world's largest observation wheel to be inaugurated on October 21st, 2021. So it is called Ain Dubai, which is 250 meter in height, located at the Blue Waters Island. So this tallest observation wheel, has broke the record. So earlier it is under the name of High Roller, which is present in Las Vegas. So at a height of 167 meters. So this Ain Dubai is now at 250 meters. So almost 42 meters higher than the older one. So please remember, Ain Dubai is in United Arab Emirates. So next international news is also about Dubai. So Dubai sets specialized courts to combat money laundering. So Dubai courts have announced the establishment mainly to focus on money laundering. So this move was under the directions of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, so who is the Vice President and Prime Minister of United Arab Emirates. So he announced this program to strengthen the integrity of financial system. So this follows after the establishment of the Executive Office of Anti-Money Laundering and Countering the Financing of Terrorism, which was launched by Sheikh Mohammed bin. So he launched this earlier, the Executive Office. Later on, he launched the Dubai courts, specialized courts for preventing money laundering in the country. So this is all part of the program called National AML CTF Strategy and National Action Plan. So the Executive Office will report to the UAE Higher Committee, which will oversee the implementation of this National AML CFT strategy, which is chaired by Sheikh Abdul bin Zayed, who is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. So they will take over all these activities. So mainly to tackle financial crimes and also to control money laundering. This particular Dubai courts, special courts were launched. So United Arab Emirates capital Abu Dhabi and currency is United Arab Emirates dirham. So do remember these points. So next appointments where RBI has approved the reappointment of Sandeep Bakshi as the ICICI Bank MD and CEO. So he will be the bank MD and CEO from October 15, 2021 till October 3, 2023. So Bakshi was earlier handpicked by his mentors KV Kamant and Wagul. So he took charge in October 2018. Again now he is taking charge in October 15, 2021. Okay. So earlier ICICI Bank was headed by Chanda Kachor, who left the bank because of the ICICI Videocon loan controversy. So she left the position immediately. Sandeep Bakshi was the MD CEO, and now he will retain his position from October 15, 2021. So ICICI Bank headquarters Mumbai, established in 1994. Okay, so please remember. So next is a business news where Bharat Pay, so it's a fintech company which launched the lending app called 12% Club. So in this 12% Club, consumers can invest and earn up to 12% interest, as well as they can borrow at the same interest. So Bharat Pay is partnering with Lend & Club, which is a RBI approved NBFC, non-banking finance corporation, mainly for this app and lending arrangements. So Bharat Pay is aiming to achieve an investment asset under management of $100 million and lending asset under management of $50 million by March 2022. So this is the target for them. So consumers can invest their savings anytime by choosing to lend money on the 12% Club app. So upper limit is currently 10 lakhs. Future it will be extended to 50 lakhs. So apart from investing, they can also get collateral free loans up to 10 lakhs on 12% Club app for the tenure of 3 months. Okay. So there are no processing fees, no prepayment charges. Loan eligibility of the customer is derived from his or her credit score, shopping history using payback loyalty cards, and also Bharat QR, how many times you done payments using Bharat QR code. So Bharat Pay headquarters New Delhi, established in 2018, and Lend & Club is an online P2P lending platform mainly intended to make credit easily available. So this company is automated, simple to use, transparent and hassle-free, which acts as an intermediary between the lenders looking for higher returns with credit-worthy borrowers looking for short-term personal loans. So it is an interface between lender and borrower. Okay. So it is headquartered in Mumbai, established in 2014. So remember all these points. So next, coming to a new program called Samrid. So Ministry of Electronics and IT has launched this program called Samrid. So it is abbreviated as Startup Accelerators of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology for Product Innovation, Development and Growth. So this program is called Samrid. So the main objective of Samrid is to create a platform to the Indian software product startups to enhance their products and securing investments for scaling their business. So it's a platform to enhance their products and to secure investments. Okay. So this program will be implemented by the Ministry of Electronics and IT Startup Hub called MSH. So it will focus on accelerating 300 startups by providing their customer connect, investor connect and international immersion. So all these are the facilities provided in the next 3 years. So investment of up to 40 lakhs can be provided to a startup through selected accelerators. So the current Minister of Electronics and IT is Ashwini Vaishnaw, who is also the Railway Minister. So please remember, very, very important. So next, coming to one more important program called the Sujalam campaign. So Ministry of Jal Shakti has launched this 100-day Sujalam campaign to create more and more open defecation free plus villages by undertaking wastewater management at village level. So this campaign will help in management of wastewater, which in turn would help to revive the water bodies through 1 million soak pits and grey water management activities. So 100-day campaign is called Sujalam, mainly to create more open defecation free plus villages. Okay, so this campaign is launched on August 25th as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations. So 3 focus areas of the Sujalam program are construction of 1 million soak pits, retrofitting of toilets and access to toilets for new households. And the Ministry of Jal Shakti is Gajendra Singh Shekhawat. So do remember these points. So next summit, where Ajit Doval chairs the 11th BRICS NSA virtual meeting. So Ajit Doval, the National Security Advisor of India, so he chaired the BRICS High Representatives responsible for national security, which was held virtually. So India is the current chair of 2021 BRICS Summit. So the 15th BRICS Summit to be scheduled in September 2021. So the BRICS meeting of NSA will provide a platform to strengthen the political security cooperation. So they adopted a counter-terrorism action plan, and Ajit Doval and the other security advisors have discussed the Afghanistan situation, developments in Iran, West Asia and Gulf region. So this action plan will strengthen mechanisms and cooperation in areas like financing and combating terrorism, misuse of internet by terrorists, curbing the travel of terrorists, border controls, protection of soft targets, information sharing, capacity building, regional and international cooperation. So let us discuss about BRICS, which is very, very important. So it's an acronym of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. So in 2001, British economist Jim O'Neill, so he coined the term BRIC, which is the 4 emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China. So the grouping was formalized in 2006, and in 2010 South Africa joined. Finally it is called BRICS. So the chairman is rotated annually among the members. So their own bank is the New Development Bank or BRICS Bank, launched in 2004, headquartered in Shanghai. Okay, so remember all these points. So next, going to defense news, where India and Kazakhstan, they launched their joint training exercise called Kazin. So this Kazin will be held from October 30 to September 11 in Aisha Bibi, in a town in Kazakhstan. So this will boost the bilateral relations between India and Kazakhstan. So this exercise is a platform for the armed forces of India and Kazakhstan to train for counter-insurgency, counter-terrorism operations in mountainous rural sections, okay, which are mandated under the UN mandate. So it will include professional exchange, planning and execution of operations, sharing expertise on skills at arms, combat shooting and experiences in counter-insurgency and counter-terrorism operations, okay. So Kazakhstan capital Nur Sultan, Kazakhstan currency Kazakhstani tenge. So to remember these points. So next, coming to important days. So International Dog Day is observed on 26th August. So the day encourages people to adopt dogs instead of buying them from pet shops. So this day also celebrates to pay tribute to these incredible animals who work selflessly to bring comfort, keep us safe and save lives. This day also recognizes the number of dogs that are rescued. So dogs put their lives on line every day. They protect our safety, freedom from detecting drugs and bombs, pulling victims from wreckage and tragic situations. They are family, friends. People keep dogs at their home and they hold special places in our lives. So International Dog Day, 26th August. So next is about a famous personality, O. Chandrasekhar, who is a former Indian footballer and Olympian who passed away recently. So he is a part of the 1962 Asian Games. So he is also the member of Travancore Cochin club. He captained Indian team in many tournaments. So he is a member of the 1960 Rome and 1962 Jakarta Asian Games. So 1960 Rome Olympics, 1962 Jakarta Asian Games. So he played for India between 1958 to 1966. And at domestic level, he played for Maharashtra in the Santosh Trophy, where he lifted the cup in 1963. So he also played for Caltex Club and also State Bank of India. So these are the details about O. Chandrasekhar, who is a former Indian footballer and Olympian. So please remember there are a lot of footballers who are passing away in this past 1-2 months. Okay. So next, miscellaneous news, the final current affair for today. India's first agri sectorial index, GovarX, okay, which was launched by the NCDEX. So GovarX is the first sectorial index in the agri commodities basket, launched by the National Commodity and Derivatives Exchange Limited. So it is a price-based index which will track movement in the futures contracts of the Guar gum refined splits and Guar seed on real-time basis. So this index will provide lot of opportunities for the increase of value chain to improve the income of farmers. So the weightage you can see on the picture, this is the Guar seed. So mostly grown in Rajasthan. So the weightage of Guar seed and Guar gum fine refined splits will be 63% and 37%. Index will be cash settled, and India is the largest Guar producer, accounting for 80 to 85% of the output, where Rajasthan is the country's top producer with 80% market share. So Guar seed is sown this year on 1.8 million hectares. Last year it is 2.25 million hectares. So very simple. These National Commodity Derivatives Exchange Limited, they provide some sectorial indexes like on wheat, like on barley, like on rice, like on guar. So where the value of the product, the real value of the product will be determined, which will help the farmer to sell his product at a good price. Okay, so that is these indexes. So let us discuss about the National Commodity and Derivatives Index, which is an online commodity exchange dealing primarily in the agricultural commodities in India. So it was established in 2003 and headquartered in Mumbai. So where they exchange the goods. Okay, so please remember it's a commodity exchange, online commodity exchange. Okay, so National Commodities and Derivatives Exchange. So let us revise all the current affairs today in one word key points. So India's first green hydrogen electrolyzer gigafactory is established at Bengaluru. United Arab Emirates to launch the world's tallest observation wheel in Dubai. Dubai launched specialized courts to combat money laundering. Sandeep Bakshi is the ICICI Bank MD and CEO. BharatPay launched 12% Club app. Ministry of IT and Electronics launched Samrid program. Ministry of Jal Shakti has launched Sujalam program. Ajit Doval had chaired the meeting of BRICS NSA. So India-Kazakhstan exercise is called Kaizen 21. So International Dog Day observed on 26th August. Former Indian footballer and Olympian O. Chandrasekhar passed away. India's first agri sectorial index is the GovarX. Okay, so please remember all these one word key points, and at 7 p.m. we have MCQs in our Telegram channel. So subscribe the Telegram channel, answer all the MCQs. So this way you can revise current affairs effectively. So please subscribe our YouTube channel, like our videos, share our videos. Join the Telegram channel. We'll provide the links in the description as well as comment section, and download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the link in the description and comment section. We currently provide coaching for Bank, SSC, RRB as well as for SI Constable. So thank you students. We'll meet in the next class.